What's going on, everybody? What time is it? It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up. I know I gotta leave here pretty soon. Got a long drive ahead of me, but right now, what the hell is going on? That's a question for everybody. How you doing? Oh, I'm not the only one that can't sleep, huh? Hey, DP. Hey, Bass Reeves. I'm trying to keep my voice down because everybody here sleep. Hey, Kendra, Laura, Jasmine, Lydia, Donna, The Night Ways, sometimes vegan. Michael Palmer. Mike, what you doing up? Greenhouse, Erica King. Oh my God. I'm not the only one that cannot sleep. Are you serious? Right now? Hold on. Okay. I feel better now. Hey, Kieta. Hey, Art. Hey, Tammy. Dolores. Shia, how you doing? My own beautiful DP. Preparing for anything. Carol Brooks. Laura. Okay, Greenhouse. Wow. So I'm not the only one. TLC in the garden. How y'all doing? Say I'm on the West Coast. Oh, right. Oh my God, yeah. So you 3 hours before me. So it's 12, like 12 o'clock. Close to 12 o'clock in Cali. Hey, Sam Whittle. Kendra says, I was excited to see you live. I'm at work. Shh. I won't tell nobody. Said Georgia said, I just opened my eyes to check the time, and here I go. Yeah, sorry. The nice way said, it's funny to see this many people on as pertains to wondering if people have their notification sounds right. I really don't want to be on here long. Am I the only one feeling like it's the end of the freaking world? I've been trying so hard not to talk about any of this. I don't like this feeling. It's disgusting. Sam, am I okay? Why you saying, am I okay? Are you okay, Sam? What do you mean by am I okay? Because I can't sleep. Sometimes vegans says my stomach is upset. It's just a weird ass feeling. Remember, for months, I've been saying, for months, if not well over a year, I've been saying I feel like I'm in a hurry. Monica says, went to sleep early, got the notification, no, seemed like it's the end. Oh, I feel like I've been feeling for over a year like I'm in a hurry. Like I'm in a hurry to. My house is destroyed. My house is a wreck here. It's a wreck because I got stuff everywhere, right? I have products that I'm doing reviews on, and I'm going to be releasing those all week. And I'm doing that just to make a little extra money to help with the projects that I have going on. And a lot of the products that I'm going to be showing is going to be things that I really like or I really need and I really trust. But I'm doing that because I feel like I'm in a hurry and I need to hurry up and do as much as I can, get as much as I can. And I keep feeling like it's just me. And I don't want to talk y'all ear off, but I was in a Walmart today and I had the weirdest feeling, and I just had to bring it to somebody today. I was testing out a new e-bike, which I'm in love with. And I went to Walmart. I had the I had the I had the most disgusting feeling. Have you ever had, I don't know if you've ever lived in a city and a car drove by and hit a pothole full of dookie water juice and it splashed on your clothes and on your mouth. Have you ever had that, like a car drive by and splash through some oil or something and splash on you and it touch your face? Or have you ever felt so disgusted that all you wanted to do was like strip your clothes off and go take a shower? That's how I felt today in Walmart. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I was walking through Walmart trying to pick up some things that I need to make sure I stock up, because I used a thing of peanut butter and I know I needed to replace it. So I figured in my bug out bag, let me go replace several things: packs of tuna fish, peanut butter, so on and so forth. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? It was so eerily calm in the store. Nobody was in a hurry. Nobody was fussing. Nobody was fighting. People had on clothes. It was really hot today. Here I am, internally in panic mode. And everybody is just going about their lives like nothing is wrong. And I felt, can y'all hear me okay? Because I don't want to yell. Because everybody in my house is asleep and I don't want to yell. Can y'all hear me okay? Say, Sonny says, calm before the storm. We ain't calm. Thank you for that, Art. Thank you. Thank you, nice way. Thank you for that confirmation. Georgia says, do you have a video of what's in your bug out bag? Yes, I do. Me and my wife does. If you go and check out my bug out bag playlist, you'll see me and my wife, Lady Led 73, or go to her channel because she does a video on it as well for women that just not planning on trying to carry tons of stuff. Like my major bug out bag is over 50 pounds. And she was like, nah, yeah, I'm not doing that. So she breaks it down and condenses her bag a little more. So you may want to look at that. But for the most part, I plan on either carrying my bug out bag over 50 pounds. You train your body and you train yourself to carry that much weight. Or just go get a little cheap Vivor fold up wagon. You understand? And when you can't carry it, pull it in the wagon. When you can put it on your back, put it on your back. That's how I feel, okay? Yeah, your kids need one. I know people gonna say, hey, Led, what about your pets? Your pet needs one. Peach, my puppy, she does have a bug out bag. She had a bug out bag before I even had her. It's the truth. I feel like everybody is like blowing this off like nothing is wrong right now, right? And sorry I'm so close to the camera. I got this little screen. It's like a foot away from my face. Everywhere I would go, I went to Publix grocery store. Everybody is cool as a cucumber. And I feel like I'm the only one. See, I think I have the gift of discernment. I don't know, but I don't know anything else, another way to explain it. Where people do not care. This the crazy part. Listen, even the people around you, that's what's scary. It's the people out there in the world that just going along everyday life like everything is like this is 1985 or something. But it's the people in your own family. It's the people that's close to you that ain't worried about shit. Is it me? Is it me? I be looking around at people close to me like, what's wrong with y'all? That's crazy to say, right? But I'm sitting here getting ready and I'm spending my little extra money on things that I know won't be there tomorrow. The nice way to say most are unaware. Also, UK has frequently but quietly mentioned in articles the new for people to prep at least 3 months. Right. Sam Whittle says they don't know what is coming. When I sound the alarm, they blow me off, right? Adina says, I think it's a mix of not caring and people distracted. I believe that. Yvonne says, Led, I keep trying to convince my family in the States to stock up, start a garden, make emergency plan. They still traveling and doing right. Okie says, I feel that too. Like, what am I the only one who's reading the room this way? You just said a mouthful. I feel like I'm the only one that can see it. Remember the movie Signs? When a little boy said, I see dead people. Remember that movie? When the little boy could see ghosts. And Bruce Willis through the whole movie kept telling the little boy, no you don't, it's in your head. Do you? How many people seen the movie Signs? Was it Signs? Not Signs. What was that movie called? Where the little boy say, I see dead people. How many people seen that movie? That's not Signs. Signs is the other one, where the aliens came. Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense. Thank you, Miss Bass Reeves. Sixth Sense. Do you remember the movie where the little boy, he saw ghosts, right? I want you to think about it. Now, I don't like Shamalama Ding Dong, the producer. I don't like him. But damn it, that was a good one, right? Because it went deeper to me, like The Matrix. Listen to this. He said he was seeing ghosts, right? The doctor was the one confused. He said, no, son, it's all in your head. You might need some medication. Through the whole movie, the doctor didn't even know that he himself was dead, right? So when I think of that movie, I think of how everybody else, like I'm the one that can see all of this crazy shit going on. And everybody keep telling me, Led, you tripping. You tripping. It's okay, man. You may need to go talk to somebody, talk to a doctor. And all the time I'm thinking, no, you're one of them. I keep feeling like you don't see it because you may be part of the problem. I told a friend last year that this was going to happen. They did not believe me. I begged them to just listen to me and understand. I begged them. I said, listen, this is going to be the worst thing that ever happened to humanity. I think we're inviting the devil to the dinner table. And my friend told me, no, that's not how I see it. I don't believe that. I kept telling them, this don't feel right. This is not a political election. Everybody saw it as a political election, right? I didn't. I looked at this as like Morpheus handing you the red pill or the blue pill. I didn't look at it as a political election like normal. I looked at it as you're standing in front of the pearly gates and they're giving you a choice of which way you're going. Are you going to go through these pearly gates or are you going to hell? This is the path where the fork splits. The fork in the road splits. Which way do you go? It's up to you. And I kept telling my friend, this ain't right. This ain't normal. I felt like it wasn't a vote. It wasn't a ballot in the ballot box. I felt like this was a test for my soul. That's what I felt like. I felt like this was a vote and a ballot for a battle for my soul. And I know that sounded crazy to my friend at the time. And if he's listening, you know I said that. And it sounded crazy to you then, but now look where we are. People literally sold their souls for glamour and glitz. And it's people now, just like the little boy that said, I see dead people. I see the horrors that can happen if we don't shut this shit down right now. Have you ever had a grease fire on your barbecue grill or on your stove top? in your house. Have you? Have you ever had a fire in your kitchen, or a fire on the grill, or your grass and your lawn caught fire, or on your campsite, the fire started spreading way faster than you've ever seen or you know how to react to? If you've never had a grease fire in your house on your stovetop, or in your yard, or around your barbecue grill, let me tell you something. It's the scariest feeling on the planet. Have you ever caught your curtains on fire, or somebody in your house was playing with matches and caught the curtains on fire, and or you trying to fry a damn turkey? Come on, people. I know somebody been trying to fry a turkey and they got away from them. The next thing you know, woof, you see this big, giant gulf, orange and yellow flames, and the fire is moving faster than your thought pattern, and you don't know what to do. Somebody with a cool head grabs a blanket and douses the fire. Most of the people standing around always think like this: if you weren't here today, we would all be dead. I feel like if we don't throw a blanket over this shit going on right now, if we don't shut this down right now, this will be like a California wildfire in July. Literally. With high winds. I'm walking around these stores thinking to myself, what the hell is wrong with everybody? Let me see. Miss Bass Reeves said, and no FEMA? No nothing. Miss Bass Reeves, no anything. Every day, let me see, almost says, nobody's thinking anymore. I don't even think half of the people that we're talking to here on the internet and on the phone is even human. Don't that sound crazy? I sound like a lunatic. I sound like a lunatic. We are in a place where you don't know what to believe. You don't know who to believe. You don't even know who is real and who is not. Did you know that I'm gonna say something real quick, just to let you know the state of the world right now. Everybody that's helping AI, you don't even know, you have no idea what you're doing. You're teaching AI and training AI, and they're paying you to train your replacement, and you don't even get it. There are people contacting you saying, we love your platform. They've tried to contact me, so I know they're contacting you. We love your platform, or we love what you do. We love your job, whatever. We'll pay you $1,500 a day to train AI. That sounds so sweet. $1,500 a day just to hear me talk and just to approve the training of this machine. That sounds sweet, especially if you're in a financial situation like me. I'm broke. But here's the thing. It will be temporary because it's sweet right now. the money would be good right now, even if they paid me for a year, even if they paid me for 5 years. After 5 years, I just trained my replacement for whatever it is I do. There are content creators on YouTube right now that are not real. Did you see that? I've seen several of them. I seen one tonight, and I saved the video because I couldn't believe what I saw. There's this video of this overweight woman jumping off a boat. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? There's an overweight woman jumping off the front of a boat, and the boat is loaded with passengers. I want you to pay attention to something on that boat. Nobody moves. Even the lady looks like she weighs like 500 pounds, right? This is where AI got it wrong. That woman damn near swan dived off the front of that boat like she weighed 130 pounds. Everything about all of the actions and all of the science of it and the physics was off. And I want you to pay attention to the man that's closest to her that turns around and watches her jump off the front of the boat. What you don't realize is his head turns all the way around like an owl bird. And he looks, it happens so quick you don't even notice it. And then the way the boat goes in the water, and nobody's moving like a human that's in a boat that's sinking. And the physics are wrong because the people on the back of the boat should have flew out into the water, but they're still some kind of way sitting in their seat. And they're passing this off as a news report. And what scared me was how many people in the comments section believed it. And I thought to myself, it's thousands of people in the comments section believing it. And I'm sitting there like, y'all don't see that. But then it made my mind go deeper. Who's to say the people in the comments section aren't AI commenting on an AI video? We are fucked. We are toast. We let this shit here go way too far, untethered, and now it's out in the atmosphere. We let politics go too far. We let politicians go too far. We've let technology go too far. We've let AI go too far. And now I hear people talking about everybody keep talking about Chat GPT. It's a few different ones. What are they, y'all? Chat GPT and it's a few of them. And people, Grok, Unplugged, Copilot. Y'all training them things. That's right. If you go back in my videos about 3 or 4 years ago, I was telling people these robots are learning from us. Now I want you to do me a favor. Go back, and I got a video on my drones. I got DJI drones. 6 or 7 years ago, 8 years ago probably, I don't know. And I'm telling everybody about these drones. They were brand new on the market, and I was one of the first ones to get one. And I was telling people, they're training these things. They're letting us, the pilots of the drones, train them for face recognition, and that's for policing, that's for surveillance, and nope, listen, do me a favor, please, for your own entertainment, go back, look at that video of me talking about them drones, and I show about 3 of them, and I said, I got a drone that fits in the palm of your hand, and it was about that big, it was red, right? And I said, these things are smart. I don't control them. I just tell them where to go. I'm not flying them. I just tell them where to go and what to do. And I tell them who to recognize and what's the enemy and what's the friend. That's all I did. That was like 8 years ago. And here we are today. And I've been thinking about that a lot. Like I told y'all. Now, for your entertainment, go look in the comments section on that video and look how many people called me crazy. That video, that was one of the videos back in the day that kind of hurt my feelings. Like, damn, before I was polished, back then that hurt my feelings. You know why? Because I'm like, I got the proof right here in my hand. I'm showing them and telling them everything I know. It's not like I read some article. I'm showing them. And they still don't believe me. I showed you me flying this drone across my entire neighborhood, over top of people's houses, miles away. I flew the drone all the way to my mother's house, 5 miles away. And people thought it was fake. I said, I'm standing in my backyard, y'all. And I'm about to look through my mother's window and say hi to her. I call my mother on the phone and say, Mom, come on the front porch. She said, for what? Just come on the front porch. And you see my drone looking at my mother on the phone with me. She said, what am I looking at? I said, that's me, that little airplane thing, that's me. I'm looking at you. She said, where you at? Are you here? No, I'm at home. And here we are. Go look at them videos. Everybody thought I was crazy. They thought I was faking. They thought I was making it up. And here we are today. Facial recognition. Right after I did that, phones got facial recognition and the thumbprint to open your phone, unlock your phone, and the facial recognition to unlock your phone. And right after that, now you can't drive nowhere in the United States without each and every last one of these cameras in these trees looking at your face, telling you where you've been. If you don't believe me, just go watch an episode of First 48. That's how they're finding all the criminals and all the lunatics. Facial recognition, just driving down the road. So, I just couldn't sleep because I was deep in thought earlier, and I was wondering, was it just me? Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Is it just me? Am I still tripping? Remember last summer when I was in that trailer in the parking lot this time of night, and I kept telling everybody I had a horrible feeling. I couldn't shake it. I couldn't get no sleep. I couldn't shake this funky feeling. Felt disgusting. You know how on Ghostbusters, when that ghost go through you and slime you, and when he run through you, you done, he got all this goo and slime on you? That's how I feel. Or I feel like I've been slimed. That's how I felt. And everybody said, no, you just want to vote for that woman. I really, truly don't. I really ain't her biggest fan. I'm not. I just definitely know we can't let the devil to the dinner table. That's all I knew. Everybody said, oh, you a Democrat. No, I'm not. What side of the table you on? Neither. But I do know. I feel like we're inviting the devil to the dinner table. That's how I felt. And that's exactly what happened. You got people and bots and AI trying to make you go head to head with them about, like somebody just said, the lesser of two evils. I don't believe that either. Okay? See, Miles, that's bullshit. See, Miles, and you should kick yourself in the ass for letting your fingers type that. I said I wasn't the woman's biggest fan. I didn't say evil. It don't. I wouldn't put her in the, see, Miles, I wouldn't put her in a category with him. Not even a little bit. I just said I just wasn't her biggest fan. I think she would have did what most politicians do. Lie a little, do a little. Lie a little, do a little. But I definitely know she was not going to do this. He told everybody he was going. That's the part. He told everybody what he was going to do. He told everybody the first time. He was trying to do what he's doing now. The first time, his first go round, we just had things in place to stop him. I would never put them in the same category. You right, DC. Said vote for me one last time and you'll never have to vote again. He said he was going to make it so you never are ever going to have to vote again, didn't he? He said he would never had to fuck. You would never have to do it again. He made sure, because he's trying to make it so, screw voting. You don't vote when there's a king. You don't vote when there's a pharaoh. I don't understand. Yes, I do understand it. Just at this very minute, I understand it. I understand why people are so lost and went that direction anyway. You know why? Because they're selfish. I've been saying this. We're so spoiled and selfish. It's all about how you feel. It's all about how you feel. It's all about what you want, what you like, how you feel in the moment. It's not about everybody else. And with that, you voted for how the hell you feel right now. That's why I don't deal with people in their feelings. I stay away from you and your feelings because your feelings change. When I was 15 years old, I used to be in love with this girl. Name. I ain't gonna say her name. Used to be in love with her. I was 15. I whooped people's ass for this girl. I want you to remember this. I whooped so many people's ass for this girl when I was 15 years old. Don't look at her. Don't say hi to her. Don't ask her how's her day going. Don't ask her how's her grades coming along. And I'm talking about teachers too. I'm ready to whoop teachers' ass. That's when I was 15. And I look back on what I used to do when I was 15 and who I'm married to now. Like, whew. Wow, that was crazy. Never in a million years would I act that way. Feelings change. The truth and math doesn't. And everybody is more worried about how they feel overrides truth and math. Everybody is so caught up in their feelings and they want you to uphold their feelings of how they feel inside over truth, not your truth, the truth, and numbers. Numbers don't lie. Numbers give you truth. And people are like, yeah, but that's boring. Numbers, math, truth, that's boring. It's about how I feel inside. And here we are with how you voted for how you feel. I don't get it. Let me see. Yeah, that's right, Elijah. Numbers don't lie. Again, hey y'all, I'm sorry for being on here crazy this late at night. Who was that earlier? C Miles? C Miles, maybe we got off to a wrong foot. I apologize. But I don't, that's not the truth, you know. I think it was C Miles. I think. Was you? I don't want you to kiss your own ass. Unless you into that. Okay. I don't want you to kick your own self in the ass. I mean that. From the bottom of my heart, I'm serious. I'm sorry. I apologize. I got a question for y'all that I thought earlier. I want you to think on this real hard. If they're moving the goalposts all the time with what what is lawful, what is unlawful. Nobody is saying this, and I'm waiting for somebody professional to say this better than I can because I'm just a dude. I need a scientist or a lawyer or a judge or somebody that studied law to come out and say this. If they keep moving the goalposts of the law so a criminal can become a king, if they keep changing the law so this one man can become a king, meaning they are no longer following the laws and the Constitution themselves, making absolutely everything right now, absolutely everything unlawful by the Constitution, which what this experiment was governed on. Everything pretty much runs off of the universal outline of the Constitution. So if you wipe your butt with the Constitution, which is the law, how could you say I just made a new law if there is only lawlessness? You just made a new law so a man baby king can do what he wants. You're acting unlawfully, not in the Constitution. You're acting outside the Constitution and the statutes of everything we know and hold dear. So if you're unlawful, he's unlawful. You want us, the people, to follow your unlawfulness? Do you understand? I know I'm not. I don't know how to say this with the right words, professional words. But do you understand what I'm saying? Absolutely everything that is happening now, the new rules and the new laws that are being established under this ding dong, you want us now to all become criminals because everything you want us to do and the laws that you want us to follow are literally immoral, impractical, and unlawful under not just the Constitution of the United States of America, but it's also biblically, spiritually immoral. Uh, do y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to say, because I know I'm not saying it right. It's in my head, I just don't have the words. So you want us to abide by laws that you just stripped. You understand? Listen to this, how much sense this makes. You send soldiers to point guns at our people, civilians holding signs. You did that unconstitutionally. You didn't go through the proper chains of command to do all of this, right? But you want the American people to follow old laws, constitutional laws that you yourself want to remove. Somebody better tell me something. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Like, what is it? What you want? Do you want us to follow the law or not? Right? Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet. Right? All of this stuff. Take that down, John boy. Can you take that down, John Boy? I'm asking you first. Okay. So if we continue to pay taxes to the federal government, that is like being compliant to our Congress. Well, see, Miles, I keep hearing people say, let's stop paying taxes. That is impossible because we don't have a separate tax for anything. Our taxes are embedded in everything. I've heard several people tell me they're going to just stop paying taxes. Once you figure that out, how you're going to do that, let me know. So that's the thing. You can't just stop paying taxes. You go buy a Snicker bar, you just pay taxes. You go buy gas, the taxes are embedded, already added. You don't go pay your gas, your fuel bill, and then go pay a tax. Don't work that way. You don't, if you don't pay your land taxes, you stand the risk of having your land taken from you. So everybody to keep saying that, I need them to be a little bit more realistic. It unless I just don't know that there's another way. I've been waiting for a year to hear how that works, and nobody's come up with an idea yet on how that works because it's impossible. You got to pay your taxes. Now, there is a way to fight. We do not have to. The more self-sufficient you are, the better. I want to talk to y'all about something. How many people saw the energy graft over this last week? Once he announced that all deals are off with Canada and everybody, how many people saw the energy graft alone, the bill for energy, after he implements those tariffs across the board with those letters? The energy is already like this. We're going to be paying like this. That graph goes straight up. And I don't know about you, and I don't know if you're aware at all. I don't even know if you pay your light bill or somebody else pays it. I've been begging people to get solar power generators for about 6 years or better. I've been begging people to get solar in itself over 10 years. I got videos to prove it. I've been telling people, please get some solar. But in the last good 5, 6 years, I've been begging. And I've been shoving it down your throat. And people are like, oh, Lead, not another solar generator video. What I keep saying, it's going to come a time you're going to need it. Did you know that they're already talking about starting the rolling blackouts? How many people heard that? They're going to start that as a normal, everyday thing. There's going to be scheduled, timed, rolling blackouts. Like, hey, on Thursdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Friday. I ain't saying, but okay, this is just me talking junk. But they're like, oh, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, you ain't gonna have no lights. Okay, we only gonna have lights on Saturdays and Sundays, but between 3 and 4. Do you understand how freaking crazy that is? If you have medical conditions, if you have hospitals, oh my God, they're not picking and choosing where they're cutting the power off. It will be whole townships. It will be whole cities. They don't care about the hospital, and the hospitals run off of backup emergency generators. But the cost of the fuel to run the backup generators alone is going to skyrocket your bill, your hospital bill. Now, if you can even afford to be in the hospital, we've been going over this for years. If you don't, how many people have medical training? Raise your hand. And I'm talking about, are you a nurse, a doctor, uh, um, EMS? Please raise your hand if you have medical training, like professional, you have certifications, license, whatever. Please raise your hand if you have medical training. Can I give you a piece of advice? Everybody, if you do not have any medical training whatsoever, you're not a nurse, you're not a doctor, you're not a EMS, you're none of the above. Do me a favor. The first thing I did was take my what was it called back then? Nurse's assistant class. Go take a CPR, well, no, just go take a nursing assistant class. I don't know what it's called these days. Go take a nursing assistant class. Please. You're going to need it. Because people, I don't know how much it costs no more. That was so long ago. Yeah. Or CNA class. Yes. CNA, nursing assistant, uh, nursing technician. They call them a bunch of different things because it's different levels of it. But yes, CNA, uh, um, NA, NT, whatever it is, because it won't take you very long, and I think it's still affordable, but it'll teach you enough to know before you go to nursing school. They suggest that you take a nursing assistant class. It just makes things easier and better, and you end up having a lot of the books that you, when you get to nursing school, you already have books that you don't have to buy again. That's what I did. So please go take a class, because if they cut your health care and you don't know how to clean a wound properly, if you don't know how to do anything, um, if you don't know how to do anything, you may be in some trouble. If you have no medical training, I'm not talking about medical training. It ain't just reading a book, okay? Uh, I can't. I don't know your name. Miss Dream says I was a CNA for 6 years and ICU RN for now 27 years. You totally understand. Katina Brooks says I'm not a CNA but been in the hospital and watched nurses clean wounds. Sweet Katina, you my girl. You know that. Let me tell you something, my sister. Watching nurses do their job and doing it totally, utterly different. Like zero. There's no comparison. For instance, like I was just saying, if you got every nursing book on the planet, it's not going to prepare you for hands-on training. Zero, just zero. You understand? When you're dealing with human beings, or if you're dealing with animals, if you're dealing with human beings, no book is going to show you or tell you anything. Say, I had to do it myself when the nurse couldn't come. Okay, that's a few times. I'm talking about when you got to do it all day. That's great. You got some experience and you was able to help. I'm telling you, when you see 5 people die in a day, when you brought 5 people back to life in one day, when you cover with blood, you haven't eaten, you got feces and blood all over you, and you still haven't had lunch. Couple people died before lunch, couple people you saved after lunch. Turning somebody over and helping them pee ain't it. You understand? Giving somebody a bed bath ain't it. It's great that you're willing to help and you do have the stomach for it. That's awesome. But I would love for everybody to take a medical course, a nursing assistant course, because it's going to give you all more than the basics. And that was way back when. I don't know what they do now. It's going to give you more of the basics. And after you take that, take a phlebotomy class. Take phlebotomy, because I don't know what they offer anymore. Back in those days, they didn't offer anything to give injections or anything like that. So I don't know how that works anymore. I think they've given nurses assistants more, CNAs, nurses assistants, nurse technicians. I think they've given them more reign, and you're doing absolutely everything that RN is doing besides passing meds. If I'm not mistaken, it's been a long time. Okay. So if they don't offer in the newer, updated nursing assistant classes, how to use a needle, then go take phlebotomy as well. Those are 2 things that you can do. They're still not a lot. Yeah, they are, Reed Family Homestead. They're allowed to use needles in certain situations, in certain places, certain hospitals, certain cities. It's not like that everywhere. Because my daughter was a nurse's assistant and she did. And that blew my mind. Not here in Texas, okay. Yeah. They're cutting health care. And here's the thing, if they actually pass this mess and they cut health care, okay, Urban Backyard Homestead says, yeah, my daughter actually got her certification as phlebotomist straight out of high school. Right, see? I got a question for y'all. Here's another one. Have you ever wiped another person's butt? All jokes aside, and I'm not talking about a baby. I'm talking about a grown person. Raise your hand. Have you ever wiped another person's butt? Poop, male or female, it don't even matter, or both. Cleaned up their vomit. If you have done that, and I'm not talking about a baby, I'm talking about a grown up. Babies, you could take a baby and turn a baby like this. When you're trying to turn and assist a grown up, there are mechanics to it. So I helped my dad with his catheter. Okay. That's a definite thumbs up. Okay. Sam Whittle said, I deal with my mom. Good for you, Sam. Cece said, yes, at home care. Okay. Growing Grace, yes. My group homes. Bliss says, yes, 6 years at group home. Urban said, it's life changing. Absolutely, it is. Jackson family said, in home care for 12 years. Okay. For the people that has never ever had such an experience, I'm going to tell you what it does for you. If you have never thought about your mortality, oh, you start thinking about your life and your death and your sickness real quick when you wiping another grown-ass man's butthole. If you're a man and you're wiping another man's butt and cleaning up his feces out of a bed, out of a diaper, a brief, chucks, pads, sheets, doo-doo everywhere. If you've never had that experience, it's your first thought is, that's gross. Of course, human nature. Your second thought is, that's going to be me someday, if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky, that will be me. Because, of course, if you ain't lucky, you hit by a car, struck by lightning or something, right? You ain't got to worry about it. You start to think about somebody is going to end up wiping these cheeks. So you do your best to be as gentle and as kind to that person, because you pray that someday when it's your turn to be laying there like that somebody is that kind and gentle with you. We are looking at a healthcare crisis unlike no other healthcare crisis we have ever seen in this country. There are people from our last generation that are still here in their hundreds, in their 80s, in their 70s, in their 60s, and a lot of them need help. They need assistance. I'm not saying they're all in bad shape, but they need some help, some assistance. And those programs are in jeopardy of being taken away forever. What do you think is going to happen to your elders when they get rid of all of these I'm not even thinking about the well-bodied, able-bodied young folks that just need a little hand. I ain't even think about you. I'm thinking about our elders and these babies. They can't fend for themselves, can't feed themselves. These elders just in their 70s, 80s, 90s, and 100s that solely depend on that income or that health care to keep them alive and healthy. If there is no system in place to morally help us take care of our elders, our veterans, and our fallen, that job is put back on the family member that's supposed to be working 12 and 14-hour days. Who's going to watch after not only your child, because that's also part of your child daycare system? Who's watching these children when you're supposed to be at work? Who's watching over your elders and taking care of your elders while you're at work if you still have a job, if AI hadn't taken it? This is where we are. And I can't believe people are still full steam ahead on this man's side, knowing that it's going to hurt you too. I've never seen such evil in my life. I've just read about it. I've only read about this kind of evil in the Bible. You only read about this kind of evil. You've never really seen it. You read about this kind of evil when you watch Crime Watch TV. When the killer's motive, when they finally ask the killer, why did you do it? And the killer says something sick like, I was just having a good time. Or I just wanted to see what it felt like. Or I don't know, I was just curious. When you hear who sits around thinking about what it feels like to take somebody off the planet, that's pure, uncut evil. And that's what's happening right now. The entire country is in an uproar. The entire country hates you. The entire country is telling you they hate you. The entire world hates you, sir. The entire world. Every country on the planet Earth says they hate you. You're a stain on history. Do y'all hear me? Why do you still want to move forward saying you're helping the American people when the American people are saying they don't want that? Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. This man has been sued several times for not understanding the words no means no. When you're trying to take advantage of a young lady after she's told you no, I don't like the way that feels. I don't want you touching me. I said no. Leave my clothes alone. Please leave me alone. Let me out of this apartment. I'm calling the police. If you still don't get it and you move forward with your attack on said woman to the point of her filing a lawsuit later on, what on God's green earth would make you think that when all the people in America is telling you, we don't like this, we say no to this bill, we say no to you, we don't want this, and he's like this? Yeah, you do. You know you want it. You know you like it. You just acting that way. I don't know what's wrong with you. Have another drink. Smoke a little smoke. Come on. Let's party. You like it. You liked it when I was saying that stuff on the podium in November. Remember? I brought you all this way. What happened? Don't that sound exactly the same as what he did to them women? No means no. America is saying no. Even your own people are going against you, telling you no. And you don't understand what no means. Guava. So, I just wanted to come in here. I know it's late. What time is it? Oh my God, it's 4 o'clock. I got to get on the road soon. But I just wanted to see, am I alone in this? Am I the only one that can see this? Do you see it? If you don't see it, I understand. And maybe it's me. But if you see it, please let me know. Let me know I'm not alone. Because when ain't nobody saying anything, I feel like I'm on another planet. Like I'm the problem. Like it's me that's crazy. If I'm the one crazy, let me know, you know? Okay. Not just me, huh? So, Kimberly says, we see it. You are not by yourself. Thank you. Cece says, I see it. So, so here's my question to you. Janice says, no, you're not crazy. Elijah says, I truly think some people are under some sort of spell. I think the word spelling and what it means. So do y'all be sitting around thinking like this? Do like what the hell is wrong with people? Do you just sit there like what the hell? I see people with nothing. I know people personally that have nothing and they're not even trying. They're not trying to put any food away. They don't want to start a garden. They don't want to get no food. They don't want to get no supplies. They don't want no bug out bag. They don't give a damn if they always keep a quarter tank of gas in their car. They don't give a shit. And I keep wondering, like, I'm going to say this, and it's one of the oldest cliches in the world. Ignorance must be bliss. It must be bliss. It must be delightful not to give a whole fuck about anything and just go on with your day like none of this has anything to do with you. Like you're here just visiting. You leaving on your spaceship to go back to your planet in the morning. So you don't care what happens, right? See, folks don't care as many hurricanes and storms that happen in certain areas. Folks still won't save for a generator or anything. They cry for help. Absolutely. Absolutely. And they will not prepare for anything. Bunch of kids, everybody's so busy smoking, drinking, chilling, driving nowhere. I'll be like, man, is y'all crazy? I'ma say this. Say then they get mad at you to prepare for not sharing your stuff right. Katina says, my brother finally woke up March of this year. He wants solar power generators. There you go. Elijah said, you know what's bad? When you gotta look online to find like-minded people. Ooh, Elijah, you hit that right on the head. Because I could walk for miles and nobody feeling me. Listen, that's why I like being on Freedom Makers by myself. Because I don't have to try to convince nobody of anything. When I'm on Freedom Makers, I'm the one don't give a shit. Because I'm like, I got to get mine. You got to get yours. I got to get mine. You got to get yours. When I'm on Freedom Makers, I don't care. But when I'm in the city, you get a chance to see what people spend their money on. You just shake your head. Like, oh my God. It's hundreds of thousands of people that you will have to fight if this shit really happened. These your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your family. You're going to have to fight for them not to take your stuff if this really go down and happen. People you love, I kept saying this for years, your best friend, your closest family, your DNA will become your worst enemy if you are not on one accord preparing for this situation, because they gonna want something and you gonna say no. And just like that, y'all hate each other. They put their priorities over your priorities because they feel you got enough that you could help them too. But in your mind, you like, you could have been stocking up just like me. They think you're wrong. You think they're wrong. You become enemies just like that. As soon as you say the word no, your best friend, your brother or your sister will become your worst enemy. If you don't have supplies stocked up, please get supplies stocked up. I don't know another way to say it. Please. Damn. How hard is it to go get some rice? How hard is it to go get a fucking bag of rice and some beans? How hard is it to get some tuna fish? How hard is it to get some cans of raviolis? How hard is it? Go get a 5-gallon bucket and put that shit in. Don't tell me you ain't got no money. I ain't listening to that bullshit. Because you're not about to sit here and tell me that you can't afford a bag of rice. If you can't afford a bag of rice, if you can't afford a 5-pound bag of black beans or lentils, all that shit is your fault. I'm gonna keep it 100. I know some people ain't gonna like what I said. I said it. If right now you're like, I can't buy no rice, I can't buy no beans, that's your fault right there, because that's just dumb. A bag of beans and rice, if you bought 5-pound bag of rice, 5-pound bag of beans, if you bought both together, you won't be out of $5. If you can't afford $5 to feed yourself for a whole 7 days, that is definitely your fault. You fucking up. You doing something wrong. Your life is what you made. I'm blaming you if you can't go and get a damn bag of beans and rice. Don't say it's because the man held you down. Don't say it's because of your circumstances. Don't say it's because your income. Don't say it's because you lost your job. If you can't come up with $5 that can feed you and your kids for 7 fucking days, that's your fault. I said that, and I mean it. And you ain't gonna like it. I mean that. I mean that with my whole soul. Cause that's one of those. To me, that's one of those. You come to school without your homework, but the teacher been telling you all semester. You had 4 months. You had 4 months to write a paragraph. I don't want to hear your dog ate it. I don't want to hear you left it in your locker. I don't want to hear you almost done with it. You get a F. You get a F. And you can't make it up. This is that. If you can't buy one bag of beans, one bag of rice, all right, let's get into this shit. Now y'all done got me stoked. Y'all done stoked the fire in me. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. You want to know why you get an F if you can't afford a bag of beans and a bag of rice. I'm not saying nothing else. I'm not saying a 5-gallon bucket. I'm not saying nothing. I'm saying if you cannot provide your family with one bag of 5-pound bag of rice, 5-pound bag of beans, you need your ass kicked. And I'm going to tell you why. I know, Led, you shouldn't be talking that way to people. Yeah, I am. You need your whole ass kicked with a Timberland boot that's laced up. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Just like they voted for that jackass in the first term, turned around, had some kind of safety net, and turned around and voted for him again. Your stupid ass voted for him again. He told you he was the devil. He told you out his mouth he was the devil himself. He told you in the first term he wanted to get rid of Hispanics. In the first term, he didn't just say criminals. I want to get rid of all brown people. He even said Muslim, the Muslim ban. Why don't people remember the Muslim ban? He didn't say what you look like, where you from. He attacked your religion. Why do people keep thinking just because you're a Muslim, you come from somewhere else? That is a religion. That is a spirituality. So he's saying with the Muslim ban, if you're a Muslim, you're out of here. And what do we have today? Muslims vote for Pumpkinhead. You need your ass kicked. You are your own worst enemy to you and your brethren. So the reason why I brought that up is because I don't know about you, but I went through 2019, 2020. How many other people went through the cough and the Band-Aid? How many other people was? If you alive right now, damn it, you went through it too. From 2020, damn near to now. If you did not learn anything through the pandemic, move to the back of the class. If you didn't learn that you need some more water, if you didn't learn you need to stock up some food, if you didn't learn you need to stock up safety supplies and medical supplies, if you didn't learn you need to go to the dollar store, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and pack up on all these little things of toothbrushes, toothpaste, Band-Aids, antibacterial ointment and shit. If you didn't see that and didn't get that in 2020 and to this day, you still don't got shit. Move to the back of the class. You need your ass kicked. When I was in grade school, when I was in high school, and when I was in junior high, you know what the teacher used to say? You stay after class. You get in a paddle. She didn't deal with you during class. You, Led, go to the back of the class. I deal with you afterwards. Go to the coat room. I deal with you afterwards. You go into the toy closet. I deal with you afterwards. If you didn't learn anything from 2020 and beyond, and you still on this stupid shit, still rooting for this lunatic to help kill your family, you need your ass kicked. You know what? It's going to be a lot of people out there hungry. It's going to be a lot of kids. I feel sorry for you. That's it, though. I feel sorry for you. The only thing I'm going to give you is prayer. I mean it. I mean it. Because everybody keeps saying, I'm going to pray on it. I'm going to help you. I'm not doing all that, Led. I'm going to pray on it. Okay. I'm going to help you pray on it then. Because you ain't getting none of my shit. I'm going to help you say what prayer you want to start with. You help me and I'll follow up. I'm not doing all that. I'll just leave it to God. I'm going to leave it to him too. You remember that every time one of y'all tell me you're going to leave it to God, I'm going to make sure, instead of me going all in on a tangent on you about leaving it to God, I'm not going to say that. You going to say you just got prayer. You going to leave it to God. It's in God's will. I'm going to say you right. I'm going to leave it to God too. I'm going to leave your faith to God too. Without works, I'm going to leave your faith. And I'm going to leave your broke ass and your hungry ass kids to him too. I'll say some prayers for you, just like Book of Eli. Stay on the path. You ain't got no time to be helping people that's unhelpable. You got to stay on the path. If you come at me again talking about something, I'm just going to leave it to God. I am too. You right. You're right. Yep. I'm going to leave. What, you going to pray on it? Okay. Just, I'll help you pray. You need a hug or something? Because you ain't getting no water, no food, no clothing, no shelter. I'm not that dude. I'm not that guy. And if this shit really go down like this, a lot of people gonna find out I'm not him. I'm not that one. If you didn't put in no work, you ain't bringing what did dude say? What'd you bring to the table? If you really truly ain't coming to the party with no party favors, you're useless. What are you gonna do? You're a mouth to feed. I want everybody to put this in your mind if you don't understand by now. See, right now, you only know yourself as a human being. That's because you're still spoiled. You think you got it bad, but you don't. If you're watching me on any kind of smart device, you're spoiled. You don't have any clue. You're about to find out that you're no longer human. You're going to be put in categories. He's already doing that. You are going to become an extra mouth to feed. Do you understand that? You're going to become a problem. What the only thing that's about to happen if this shit goes through, I shit you not, the only thing that's going to happen is they're going to say this: what do you have for me? You want me to help you. What do you have for me? What can you do for me? What can you give me? And you think you're very talented. You think you got a bunch of stuff. And yeah, I got a bunch of those VCRs. Y'all remember the dope game? Yeah, I don't need no more VCRs, man. I don't need no more gold rings, man. What, you got some car with a rim? I don't need no more rims, man. You think that all your talents and your gifts and your trinkets gonna mean something? Gonna mean nothing. That's why you gotta just worry about trying to fend for yourself. All of that stuff is gonna come back to haunt people. I'm just gonna leave it to God. When people say that, You let me know you don't even believe in God. When you say that, you got the gall to say that. You let me and everybody watching this channel, you let them know you don't even believe in the Most High God, because he didn't say that. He didn't tell you to do that. You just let people know you don't read your Bible. You just let people know you are not a follower. You are not a believer. You are not a lover of the Most High. You remind people of that when you say stupid things out of your mouth like that. But you are the one that's supposed to be so spiritual. You go to church every day, every Wednesday, every Thursday, every Sunday, every Monday. You're part of the dance class. You're part of this. You're part of the congregation. You in the pulpit. But you ain't even doing what he told you to do. So when people utter those words out of their mouth, you let me and everybody else know you're a fool. I'm going to pray on it. It's not what he told you to do. You just said one little part. You didn't finish what he said. I can't believe that this is real. I can't believe that this is all real. Where I want y'all to realize something. How much truth, how much pure truth has been brought out into the light. Now, I'm going to give it to him. I think he is the devil himself, and he's not trying to disguise it anymore. He did do one thing. He brought everybody out of the shadows and let them see, let the world see their true demonic faces. He let every racist show themselves with pride. Every hateful person show themselves with pride. They're proud to be racist. They're proud to be hateful. They're proud to be sexist. Have you noticed the pride of all these evil traits coming out? They're proud of it. That's the only good thing that man done. You embolden these demons to come out of their shadows. That's biblical too, ain't it? They're out in the open. And never in my lifetime or several generations before mine have we seen so much hatred out in the open. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it 100. If I see a whites only's pies sign, or whites only's restaurant sign, or whites only's, well, we don't got drinking fountains no more, but you understand? If I see that, I'm not taking no picture of it. I'm not going to go, oh, I'm not going to fall back. It will not surprise me right now, because they're already saying it out their mouth. If I start seeing whites onlys, I'm going to be like, well, what took them so long for that? Target going to be the first one. Target going to be the first spot too. You will see. So if you don't got your stuff together and stocked up, or even trying, Lord have mercy, at least try. If you can't buy rice and beans, just get the freaking beans. You know, at least try. We are all divided so bad. And it all boils down to a box of Crayola crayons. The reason we hate each other is literally childish. As childish as a box of Crayola crayons. You don't hate me because I do bad stuff. You don't hate me because I'm not good enough. You hate me because the sun kissed me a little darker than you. You have no other reason. You can't blame what somebody else, my shade, done to you or your family member. You can't blame me for that. Because if we're doing that, I could blame you for everything. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Because I hear a lot of people talk about, so, well, had this black guy, he robbed my uncle. Oh, yeah, I didn't do that to your uncle. Why are you putting me in that category? I don't know that dude. Because if you want to play that game, you will lose. Because I could blame you for a lot of shit. Okay? I mean, the list is endless. I would buy a brand new pen and run out of ink before I finish writing on this list of the horror. Okay? We are all separated by the color of our skin. Ain't that stupid? Say it with your mouth. Your brain makes you feel, say it with your mouth. It's the color of our skin. You want to hear something even stupider? It's not white against black, white against brown, white against, no. It's even brown against a little browner. You got people in Brazil that's more fair, can't stand people darker, a darker Brazilian. You, even white folks, you think people like the president will come to your trailer park and talk to you? He wouldn't share the same oxygen with you. Do you think, here's a real question for the people that voted for him. This is just for the people that voted for him. If you won a lottery, I want you to be honest with me and yourself. If you won the lottery, do you think just because you could afford it now, do you think he would let you come play golf on his golf course with him? I'm asking. You got money now. You hit the lottery, the mega millions. Do you think now that you got money that you can still come on his golf course and play golf with him? Eat at his country club? Go to his house in Makalako and hang out with him? I'm asking. I don't care how much money you got. You'll never be able to sit down with it. Have you ever seen him close to anybody that makes less than $20,000? Listen, think about this. This whole time he's been in office. And I'm not talking about the photo ops, him hugging some black lady. I ain't saying that. I mean, on a norm, have you seen him just go to a barber shop like Obama would have and let some regular barbers cut his hair? Barber don't make probably 50,000, 60,000 a year. Do you think he would do that? Have you ever seen him in a normal place that me or you would go? I'm asking. I don't know. I'm asking, hoping you will know more than me. Hush, pup. Huh. Come here. No. Go to bed. Come here, pup. The reason I'm asking is because what does that say about him? Bill Clinton got out of office and moved to Harlem, for God's sake. Bill Clinton was done with office and moved to Harlem. Do you see him doing that? Can you imagine him standing over a stove making a cheeseburger? Can you imagine him at the holiday cooking the turkey? Can you imagine him at a backyard function flipping the burgers for his family? I'm asking. I'm not talking about for the camera. I'm not talking about for the politics. I'm talking about real life when the cameras are off. Can you see this man flipping burgers for his family in the backyard, asking his son or his wife how many hot dogs you want? You want ketchup, you want mustard. Can you see that? I ain't even talking about the political spectrum of it at all. I'm just talking about as a real, normal man. Can you see Obama doing that? Can you see Joe Biden doing that? Hell, can you see George W. Bush doing that? I'm not talking about the politics. I'm talking about the man. The man. Leave politics behind. Let's talk about the man. Can you see him bending down, looking in the refrigerator and saying, "Oh, who ate the rest of the lasagna?" Can you see that? Can you see his daughter coming in and saying, "Dad, can you help me with this homework? I'm stuck on this problem." For real. I'm just talking about the man. When you put politics aside and look at the man himself, can you see him doing anything, anything, anything that the average man would do when the cameras are off? Can you see him hugging his wife and kissing her on the cheek? Nothing weird, grabbing people by the pussies and stuff. None of that. Just hug his wife. Just remind, I love you. Damn, girl, you look good. Not just can you see him doing that to any of his wives? Girl, you sure looking good tonight. Phew. Man, I'm a lucky man. Can you see that? Who ate all the ketchup? Man, I'm about to run to the store real quick and get some ketchup. Can you see him in the kitchen like cutting up some French fries because he don't want the fake frozen French fries. He want fresh cut French fries. So he in there with his thumb in that locking position, cutting him some fries, about to make him some. Forget the politics. Let's talk about the man. Can you see him taking his kids to Disney World? Can you see him taking his kids to the park to throw a frisbee, play some basketball, play some... Can you see him doing anything? Listen, I mean it. Can you see this president doing anything that a normal man would do besides being an asshole? I'm talking about the man, not his politics. I've even seen George W. Bush goofy ass cooking some steaks on the grill. You know, I've seen George W. Bush go hunting, hang out in a cabin, ride on horseback. Man, shit. I'm not saying I'll forget the politics, okay? We just talk about the man. It's pictures of George W. Bush fly fishing. Not for optics, just fishing. Every president has a story of doing man shit. Think about that. I want you to think about that. And this ain't got nothing to do, before y'all hit me with the sexuality thing, this ain't got nothing to do with that. This is just about the president of the United States is doing man shit. Every last one of them. I was out there chopping cherry trees and shit. I was out there, think about it. Every last president of the United States, whether you like the president or not, they had a wife, some dinner, they had a dog, a pet, a goldfish, a cat. I don't give a shit. They had normal stuff going on before they was president and after, whether you liked them or not, even if they was evil or not. Think about that. Think about that. We had a lot of evil presidents, but they had some normal man shit going on at the house. This the only man that does nothing. He has no hobbies. He has nothing. He doesn't have a pet because he has no love for anything but himself. Having a pet, you have to love a pet. He has no love for anything or anybody besides himself. He doesn't have a hobby because his hobby is being evil. I bet you he don't even wipe his own butthole. I can't see this dude taking a shit. I can't even imagine him doing it and wiping his butthole. And it's like, how much longer is this going to take? They say he stink. Everybody that says they've been around him says this dude smell like sauerkraut and ass. And I think I know why. I can't even imagine him doing something as normal as jumping your big greasy ass in the shower. He don't look like he washes his butthole, does he? He does not look like he looks like if somebody said, would you please, it's time for a shower. Ah, come on, ma. Come on. I took one already. That was weeks ago. And that really wasn't a shower. It was raining when you came into the White House. That was not a shower. I don't think it's the diapers. I think he just don't wash that hole. He just don't look. He's not normal. Dude ain't normal. I didn't want to talk about that dude at all tonight. I just couldn't help myself. Right, say barely sleeps, so you know he barely bathe. He don't wash them Look, can you see him in your mind reaching around to wipe his butt? Your imagination will break. Your imagination will literally be out of order for a week if you try to imagine him reach around the back and wipe his own butthole. You can't. You see him every day, but you can't imagine him doing normal stuff. Just normal stuff like eating food in his mouth. Even when he was trying to drink that water, when he was holding a jar like this. Remember that? You know why that was such a big news report? Because people was like, what the hell is he doing? He's just trying to drink some water. You know why he was drinking that water like he was one of them puppets on Mr. Rogers? You remember them puppets on Mr. Rogers had them sticks in their hand, they be holding stuff and whack you with a stick or something? You know why he was holding that glass like that? Because he's never drank water by himself. Look, drinking water is the most normal shit you can do. Look, did that look weird to you? No, I'll answer it for you. This sumbitch grab a whole little jar with two hands. Like his mom said, hold my hand, we about to cross the street. Ever had your mom say, hold my hand, we about to cross the street. Hold on tight, don't let me go. He couldn't even drink the water. It was like nobody has ever taught him how to drink water by himself. So what make you think he wipe his booty good? You know how your baby get off the toilet, you wipe your booty? Yes, you wipe it good. Yes, ma'am. Did you wipe it till it wasn't nothing else on the paper? I'm gonna go check again. Yeah, you better check again, because if I wipe your butt and I see something there, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I can't see this dude doing normal human stuff. He is not human to me. I want you to put it in your mind so I'm not the only one to be thinking like this. I can't see him doing normal stuff. Driving a car. I can't see it. Let me stop. I'm sorry for going in, y'all. If you are not getting prepared, please get prepared. Okay? I had somebody tell me they're stocking up on tissue paper. And it made me so sad. You don't know how bad of trouble people are in until they open their mouth and say something to you. You don't realize how many people are in trouble until they talk to you. Trust me on that. Unfortunately, I have the opportunity to hear a lot of people talk. And every time I hear one, I get sad. Because I'm like, oh my God. Why are you just now starting? After 2020, 2020, the year 2020 was our depression in a way. It was like the dark ages. We have never dealt with anything like that. After the depression is what really start making people become hoarders, because those older people remember what that was like and they never want to be without again. During 2020, it was kind of like our mini depression where we didn't have supplies and we didn't know what was coming next. We didn't even know if we would be alive the next day. So after everything had blew over, everybody in this country, if not this entire world, should have been stocking food for the last, what has it been, 5 years. We've had 5 years, 5 MFing years to have at least one Rubbermaid tote full of dry goods. Just one. One 5-gallon bucket full of dry goods. Beans, rice, lentils. You've had 5 years to accomplish one simple, stupid little thing that will save your family's life, potentially. And you've been so selfish and into yourself that you wouldn't even do that. Even if your family is saying, I ain't doing that, you had 5 years to make sure that your kids, yourself, and some of your family members were safe. 5 years. Not weeks, not months. 5 years. And it's people out there, after everything we've been through, after all the lives that were lost, after all the supplies that we could not find, 5 years later, people still don't have shit. And now that the boot has really hit the poop and the devil is at the dinner table, people looking around and running in these stores trying to buy everything up and everything. You ain't got no backup power. You ain't got no backup food. You ain't got no backup water. You ain't got nothing. So you have 5 years. I don't want to hear there was a financial problem. Oh, my mama died. My daddy passed away. I don't want to hear none of that. Because in 5 years, we've all lost somebody. We've all been in financial troubles. We've all been upside down financially. We've all been through financial and physical, mental turmoil. But 5 years though, it's hard to make it's easier to make a excuse for 5 weeks, 5 days, even 5 months. But when somebody told you you have 5 years, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Okay? That's the part right there that if you in some dire need and some trouble right now, you gonna have a hard time trying to convince people that you really truly need the help because they know in the back of their mind you were in 2020 with them. You saw the same shit they saw. You saw the lack of supplies like they did. You saw people dying all around you like they did. What is your other excuse? It's going to be hard to find the excuse because we've all lived through the exact same thing. It's going to be hard to convince somebody to help you now. So I would say, cut the bullshit and go get you some food, water, start a garden. I don't give a damn if you start a garden inside of a damn galosh, a rain boot. I don't care. You need to be growing some food, stocking some food. Listen, I got enough fruit, apples, pears on these trees. I'm dreading going to get them because you know what that means? Once I go harvest all these pears, I got to start canning again this year again. It's time for me to get my canners out and get these pears and apples in the jars. Add to the collection. Y'all, how many people saw me and Lady Lead harvest that honey? How many people saw that? We went out there and harvested that honey because we said we can't afford for them to fly away with this honey this year. That ain't what's happening. This year, we need to get all that honey, leave them with enough to survive and help feed them, but we need that honey. So we went out on that hot day. I didn't feel like doing it. We both didn't feel like doing it, but we said we better do it. Like, we dropped everything we was doing. We didn't eat nothing. We ain't had no coffee. We just, look, let's just go before it get too hot. And not just that, I spun all that honey out that very same day. I put it in the jars that very same day. She took the frames, put them back in the hive the very same day. Everything y'all saw, we did in one day. Because we was like, we're not playing. Go put them frames back out in there so they can fill them back up. Ordinary chick say you want to take a beekeeping class. I think we can be holding one soon. Because it ain't too much you got to do to them. Kimberly says, I've been telling everybody to get some dirt in a bucket and plant some seeds now. I saw the honey harvest. My mama calls me Lead Junior because I'm not playing with this garden. See? There you go. Listen. The night says discipline. You know what? I'm going to say this night way. More than discipline, it's you better before you lose it. Because trust me, I was not disciplined. I did not want to go out there. It's more, I also don't want all of my honey to fly away. Listen to me. 58 pounds of honey. 58 pounds of honey. That's like a bag. That's heavier than a 50-pound bag of dog food. That's heavier than a 50-pound bag of chicken feed. 58 pounds of honey. We got, what was that, 12 16-ounce jars and 12 quarts. And they back out there filling them back up. Let them do their thing. Let them live. Let them breathe. But if you don't have these skills, you really want to start working on them. You really want to start working on them. It ain't just about the bees. It's about everything. Hunting, fishing. Yep, it never goes bad, ever. I still got our very first jar of honey, which we've had 15 years. I still, to this very day, got our very first jar of honey. It ain't much left, but still got it. And it still look, smell, and taste exactly like it did back then. Okay, the night way. What you gonna do with that bow? Get them skills up. Get them skills up. That's all I can say. Get some livestock. Get you some chickens. I'm not gonna say too much about getting no pigs. That's doing a lot, okay? Get you some chickens though. I think everybody should have chickens. Oh, the deer on your land needs some help resting. I'm with you on that. Yeah, make them go night night. Give them a couple nitol. All right. Any questions? Anybody before I go? Cause I don't want. It's time. People getting up for work, getting ready to go to work. Clearing an area for wildflower flower garden to bring in more pollinators. Okay. Y'all gonna see. You're gonna see a lot of products this week. Product reviews. So my mail carrier has chickens. I have an apple tree. We trade apples for eggs. That's pretty good. Y'all gonna see a lot of product reviews this week. Okay? The reason why is because, number one, I like some of these products. I like them all, actually, or I wouldn't show them. And two, certain things you may need, certain things you may be looking into. How would the chickens do in the winter, or do you know? In the winter where? That's a serious question. They do fine. I'm gonna give you a philosophy that was given to me when I first started keeping chickens. The mentor that got me keeping chickens, when I asked her, how do they stay warm? She said, what do you mean, how do they stay warm? They're birds. They're birds. And I said, so what does that mean? She said, how does that bird right there stay warm? Made me think, like, never thought about it. A chicken is a real bird. They do fine in the cold. Now, when you talk about extreme cold, when it's like below zero, stuff like that, you may have to take a few precautions. But for the most part, they're fine in the snow. You know, long as the temperature is tolerable, they actually like it. They will be walking around in the snow. If they get cold, they will get off the ground. and huddle together. But you will see, even in the snow, they won't stay in the coop. They're out of here. See, I just purchased the EcoFlow Smart Generator 4,005 minutes ago. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're gonna love it. Oh, I don't sell honey, Jackson family. I don't sell honey. I used to. I don't sell honey anymore. I stopped that years ago. I stopped that in 2020. I stopped selling honey in 2020. I refuse to sell it. It's actually priceless. And I can tell you why if you was interested. Everybody wants to purchase my honey, and I keep telling them we don't sell honey. We sell beekeeping classes. Because if I teach you how to become a beekeeper, you won't purchase honey from anybody else. TLC in the garden says you were using the honey and other things on the land to cure. Absolutely. I had caught the cough, and I was like, before I go putting anything in, getting poked with that needle, let me see if I can't figure this out on my own real quick. And I went out on my land out here, and I got everything I needed: turmeric, garlic, onion, fresh oranges, fresh lemons, wine, all of the things. Well, can you bless me with a jar? Okay, I want to join the beekeeping class. Yeah, I'll show you the class. I tell you about the class. Okay, elderberry. That's right, TLC. No, I don't sell honey no more. That's like me giving away money, giving away your health care. After I saw what that did and helped save my life, I told my wife, take that off of the website. We're never selling it again, ever, ever. I don't care how much we got, ever, never, ever, ever again. Because I used to sell it by the doggone 5-gallon bucket full. Never again. One year, we had like four or 5-gallon buckets, like 20 gallons. And I sold it. And part of that year was some of that honey is what helped me. I would never sell it again. I was taking it for granted. That's why we started teaching beekeeping classes. Prepper Wilson, hey Uncle Led, I'm loaded with food, meats, veggies, fruit, grain, healthcare, personal care, medical care, hygiene, solar generators, battery lanterns, flashlight. Okay, sound like you on top of your game. Rucker Homestead, what's going up? Said my brother 5 in the morning doing a live. Man, I've been up. I think we've been on here since like 3, something like that. And the reason why, and that's right, Andrea. Andrea, guess what? I started making vinegar for the same reason, with the mother in it. I ain't bought a thing of vinegar in about 4 years. I literally have gallons on gallons on gallons of apple cider vinegar. With the mother in it. Yeah, TLC say I remember the vinegar lives, yeah. Because that was important. I'm about to make some more. I don't need to, but a lot of these pears, I'm gonna make some vinegar with these pears because that's the best vinegar. Pear vinegar is better than apple cider vinegar to me. But let me let y'all go because I gotta get myself ready to roll. All right. Hey, everybody, have a wonderful day. I'll be releasing a video later today, and I'm just going to just get used to it. Hopefully I can get another live stream going, but I'm going to be releasing a couple of pre-recorded videos for some products that I like. All right. I appreciate you checking me out. Appreciate y'all coming by. Everybody, I hope everything is going to be all right. I really hope. I hope this is just a bad dream. Okay? And I hope the people that still don't get it, I hope you finally wake up and go get yourselves together. Go get your supplies. You may think they're ridiculous going to the Dollar Tree, going to the Dollar General, going to the Family Dollar, the the $1.50. You think the stuff in there is ridiculous. You have no idea how that would save your life. You have no idea. You got to start somewhere. You don't know what to put in your bug out bag. You don't know what to put in your supplies. I always tell people, start in your house. Get a grocery bag and go in your cupboards and start pulling food out. Non-perishables, beans, rice, raviolis, tuna fish, peanut butter, stuff like that. Put in the grocery bag. Look in the utensil. Get a fork, a knife, and a spoon. Now you got tools and you got food. Start from there. Now build on that every time you go out. Every time you leave the house, you go shopping. Build on that. Go to Dollar Store. Go to Walmart. Like, ooh, what could I use these for? Boxes of matches. You see them everywhere. Packs of lighters. They right there in the cashier's aisle. You see a whole pack of lighters for $5. Buy the freaking lighters. You have no idea how important that is. All right? Trust me on that. We're going to do a video about getting supplies too. All right? With that being said, Lead Farmer 73, everybody have a wonderful night. A wonderful morning and a wonderful day. Hope to see y'all later. Okay? Thank you for coming by. You really made me feel like I am not alone in this. Because I feel like I'm losing my freaking marbles. Because I can't understand how everybody think that all of this is okay. When I watch TV, people are like, this is a good bill. This is great. This is wonderful. I'm like, I'm in a twilight zone. Everybody, enjoy your day. Lead Farmer 73. I love you, and I'm out. Peace.